did y'all start talking? When did y'all start talking? The ultimate betrayal, y'all. The ultimate betrayal. Of all the people you could talk to,
you're talking to the guy that I'm talking to.
Love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on.
Hey YouTube, it's Yanca the DON. I'm back at you guys with another video, and today we're gonna have a little juicy story time. I haven't given you guys any content back to back, but I am trying to upload more than I did on my last channel and be more consistent. I know my lighting is a little bad, but we're in front of the Christmas tree, you know, trying to give you guys some Christmas spirit, you know, get you guys in the spirit if you're not already. It's like the 20th, so Christmas is like 5 days away. I didn't really get to do Vlogmas, but hey, I'm back at you guys and we're gonna get into it. So let's get into the story time. Ooh. As you can see by the title of the video, this is gonna be a story time about the time my best friend stole my man, y'all. She stole my man, y'all. He was hiding, and she had the audacity, but I had more audacity. So I'm gonna have to give you guys a little background information about the friend, and we're gonna give her a name. We're gonna call her. What is the matter? What is the matter? Now you want to be shy because I'm asking you. All right. Anyway, so Trick, we had known each other for like forever, since grade school and everything, and what is
actually, I think I'm a little bothered now.
At this time, y'all, I had stopped talking to Trick at the time because we had went to college, and you know how it is when you graduate, you go to separate colleges than your friends, and more than likely y'all lose touch. Like, it's not any beef or anything, we just hadn't spoken in a while. In high school, I knew Trick was, I don't want to say like a thought, but she was a hot pocket, and I knew like the way she moved as far as it went with men. So like in high school, she was a promiscuous girl. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being promiscuous. I don't judge or anything like that. You do what you do when you're single. That's totally on you. It has nothing to do with me. So I knew how she got down, and I remember one particular situation. There was a talk around the school that Trick had been sleeping around with someone that was in a relationship. This someone was a very popular someone, and they had been very public with their relationship, and everybody kept coming to me because me and Trick were like this in high school. We were so close. We always spoke to each other and stuff like that. We had every class together, and so they asked me about it, and I was like, okay, I know Trick get down, but like my girl is not, she would never do that. I defended this girl numerous times up until the point where she finally came to me, and I asked her like, hey, all of these people are asking me, are you doing this? Are you sleeping with this person while he's in a relationship? And she did say, you know, yeah, Byanca, I am, but that's nobody's business. And that's when I knew like I couldn't be friends with her at some point. Like, I knew like to watch my back for this person, because if she will do this with somebody else's guy, like that's how you move, you know? She knowingly did it. I could understand if she didn't know they were together, but they were very public, and she denied. I had come back to my hometown for a job. I hit her up, you know, we had been talking since I got back. I try to always keep a connection during the summertime and try to spend time with her. So I hit her up and I was like, hey, do you know of anywhere I could work over the summer? I know you have a summer job already. And she was like, oh, you know, girl, actually you can come to my job, and you know, they're hiring, they hire on the spot. So I was like, cool. So I go and I apply for the job. I do all the preliminary steps, as you know, like I did all my paperwork, and of course I got hired pretty quickly. Everything is going great. Me and Trick haven't really been communicating since I started working there, because she would work at a different side of the store than I would. I'm not going to say what store we worked at, but I'm just going to let you guys know it was fast food. That's all I'm going to say. And so at this fast food chain place, we worked pretty well together. I did notice like at times there would be friction between us, because it was as if Trick wanted me to help her with things, But like, she never verbalized that she wanted my help. She would just get upset and angry. So I didn't understand like where that was coming from. And then her sister would make like sleek remarks at work when I wasn't helping her, and I peeped that, and I just kept that in the back of my mind. I never took it personal. I just thought maybe because we're stressed, you know, everything like that. I add that to the story because it is relevant. We're working there, and I get to the point where like I'm starting to meet people at our job. Like, I speak to them, you know, we joke around. And at this point, I have been working there for like, I want to say 3 weeks. I meet this guy. He had been working there, but I never speak to people at my job like that, because I just want to keep it professional, and I know like how catty it can get in workplaces. So I never just try to involve people I work with my personal life, because that could come up and be thrown in my face. So I was going on my lunch break, kicking it and caking it, things like that, and I'm eating or whatever, and he just randomly comes up to me and he sits by me, and I'm just taken off guard. So I ignore it. I'm just like, hi, how are you? You know, everything like that, because we never really spoken up until this point. And so he speaks to me and he's like, hi, you know, where are you from and everything like that. He's just getting to know me, you know, normal stuff. So boom, he starts talking to me about what he does, and y'all, he's really talented. He's a musician. He plays at a well-known HBCU university.
8 hours later.
Everything was given somebody I would talk to, y'all. Like, because as y'all know, well, y'all probably don't know, but I was in band in high school, and I really love music and everything like that. So we meshed immediately. Like, everything was going amazing. We keep getting to know each other outside of work, and here and there we'll flirt at work, but anything serious, maybe just a look here and there. And nobody really knew about the relationship up until he took me out on a date and everything like that. Something about him just really sparked. So I really wanted to get know this guy. I really wanted to have some type of relationship with this person, and everything was going really good. I felt like the trust was there and everything. But as y'all know how it go at fast food chains, it's always some catty drama, especially where I'm from. Like, I noticed like people from my town have a crab in the bucket mentality, meaning like they see someone else doing well or like talking about things that they've accomplished or achieved, and they try to drag them down so that everybody's at the same level. It was a lot of jealousy there. I don't like to say that people are jealous of me, but it was just certain things that were being said to me that I just didn't like. Like, of course, my friend Trick has started treating me a little different at work, and it continued on. Our relationship outside of work versus our relationship at work was very different. Outside of work, Trick didn't talk to me as much, and I was very confused because I didn't do anything, y'all. I just was coming in doing my job. I would speak to her every now and then, like, hey, do you work today? Okay, if you need any help, so let me know if you want me to come in with you, because I know you work. And she was just kind of standoffish with me, and I didn't have a clue as to why. So one day I'm going on my lunch break. Guy didn't work this day. I noticed on my lunch break that Trick is on her lunch break too. And I was going to go sit by her, and I go and sit at the table next to her because I noticed she kind of just was stressed, so I didn't want to bother her. I overhear her on the phone, y'all. Tell me why she's on the phone with Guy. Oh. So the conversation, y'all, sounded like a conversation that I would have with Guy. Like, we're the only two people at our job that were this close, like this, and talk. You know how it is when you talk to a friend versus when you talk to someone you're in a relationship with. And I noticed that their relationship sounded more than just friends. And so I ignore it. And I just go on about my day. And I ask him about it. I'm like, hey, like, why did you call Trick today? Like, why not call me? You knew I was on my lunch break. You know, we were texting as they were on the phone. So I'm like, why didn't you call me? You told me you couldn't talk to me on the phone, but you're on the phone with her. And I ignored it, you guys. Like, he told me, you know, okay, I was just talking to her. You know, we're cool. Everybody is cool with me at work. You don't really talk to them, but I do. And I was just like very confused because we're building something and you're having a full-blown conversation as if it's me on the phone with another person. That's what doesn't add up. I just started to notice that they would talk every day on lunch break. And I tried to like let it go because I felt like he was being honest. Like, why would you have a reason to lie to me about someone if we're only in our talking phase? 1. 2, you've never given me a reason to feel that way. And 3, like, we're really bonding. So I really didn't want to keep pressing the issue if there really was no issue. I did have an intuition about it, but at the same time, I felt like I was overreacting because I do have a past trauma from people cheating and lying to me and things like that. So I just assumed, hey, it's just me overreacting. I gotta trust this person. I end up leaving the job at some point. And before that, I remember Guy had to go back home. He's not from my city per se. He came down here to visit his father and he was working over the summer. And so he went back home to go visit his parents before he went back to school. And he was telling me about this whole situation, right? He was supposed to have a performance in Houston, and he asked me, hey, like, bring the family, come out to the performance and support me. And so I was contemplating it a lot, and I ended up going. I got the tickets and everything. My mom got a hotel room. We all went out to go support him. I got to see him before the performance and everything the day before, but I noticed like he was acting kind of standoffish with me. And it had been like maybe 2 weeks we hadn't seen each other. And I had his friend with us, one of his friends, and they were riding with us, and we went to the store to go get snacks and everything like that. And he had gotten a phone call when we got to the store, and he was like,
give me a second to answer this call.
It sounded like a girl, y'all. It sounded like a female. So I immediately am like, who is that? Like, who are you on the phone with? And he's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not with you. It took me off guard because he's never been rude to me or anything like that, or made me feel like I had a reason to worry about what he was doing or a reason to not trust him. So I questioned, and I'm just like, okay, nobody said we were together, but we are trying to build a relationship. That's something that we have understood. So it's very confusing to me when you're sitting on the phone with a female sounding all, like y'all are together. Like his whole tone changed from when he got on the phone with her. Like he sounded really soft, like he talks to me. So I was just very confused. So I ignore it. We go in the store. We get the groceries and stuff like that, and I drop him and his friend back off at their room. And we go to the performance and everything. Everything is great. Y'all, when I tell you after the performance and after I left, I didn't hear back from him that whole night. He didn't answer my call. I ignore it for the night, and I go out with my sister. And I get on social media because I'm posting on social media and everything. And he posted. He's posting on his story all of this stuff, but he's not texting me back, letting me know like, oh, I'm okay. I just didn't want to hang out. Something. So we were supposed to spend the time that I was there together because he doesn't live where I live. After that, I don't know. I just felt like there was something going on. I look at Trick's story. Tell me why she's at the fucking performance, y'all. She's at the fucking performance. And at first I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe she's just there by coincidence and he didn't invite her there. Come to find out, I asked him about it. He invited her there. That's when I knew they were doing some stuff together. And I ended up breaking things off with him maybe a little while later. And we just never spoke again about the situation. And come to find out, weeks later, my mom is on social media. She sees Trick's story. She's in the car kissing him. Like, when did y'all start talking? When did y'all start talking? The ultimate betrayal, y'all. The ultimate betrayal. Of all the people you could talk to, you're talking to the guy that it all made sense to me as to why Trick was treating me away. at work and everything like that. Every time I would talk to Guy at work, she did have like an attitude, or like she would ignore me at work when I was around him, or when we flirted or anything, or if I said something about Guy, she would ignore me. And I remembered after the fact that they asked me at work, hey, like, when is the next time you're gonna see Guy? Like, when are you gonna see him again? Because you know, he is gone right now and everything like that. And she's just in the corner, like, eyeballing me with me mug eyes, and I'm just like, maybe she's just having a bad day. Like, I would have never thought that someone I was so close to would do this to me, y'all. I feel like it was the ultimate betrayal, and I was just disgusted by it. And so I ended up blocking Trick, and I ended up blocking Guy. I sent him a hot text message about the situation, and I think I handled myself with poise. I didn't really go off too bad on him. I just felt like I had to get that closure before I blocked him. And yeah, and that was the story time of how my friend, to this day, I don't know how she's doing. But that was the story time about how my friend betrayed me and took my man, y'all. She took my man. He wasn't my man yet, but he was close to being my man. We was in the talking stage. Everything was going good. Hope you guys enjoyed this story time. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Watch some of my older videos. I don't have a lot up yet, but we're getting there. We're gonna keep putting shit in motion. And yeah, comment down below if you've ever had a friend betray you like this and how that situation went for you. Thank y'all for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop.